the Bobby Babich edition. Man, that's a fun name to say. Having fun with that. Can't wait to talk to Bobby Babich, whose dad, Bob Babich, was on Don Morton's staff, as our old friend Tom Oates, who is loving retirement, texted me during the program. Edition. Is it possible to have Giannis fatigue after really one day of this? Because I think I have it.
One day.
Because it ain't been one day. Thank you. Yes, we're finishing each other's sentences again. Edition. And I can't wait to hear how Jesse's trip to Plover in the middle of the state went for last night's WIAC matchup between the Pointers and the Pioneers edition of Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need on the super duper califragilistic ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Android and Apple app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And if he ever chooses to leave us, which I know someday, you know, he had an incredibly successful NFL career. He may have other things he wants to pursue in life. Right now he's pursuing them simultaneously. The pickler, all those fun things. But if Tausch ever wants to leave Wilde and Tausch, I hope he just has the chutzpah to just be honest with us.
I will.
Not be honest with us.
No, I'll tell you. Yeah.
He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I don't know this Giannis fatigue. What are you fatigued about?
So here's my
deal.
Here's
a story. All right, go ahead.
So this is.
It's just life is so hard. Oh my God, a global superstar who gave us 12 years of his life. I can't take this anymore. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Oh, what a tough deal.
It's not 11:15.
No, it's fine. I did that expecting that response. I was going for that. That's why I did it very demonstratively. So here's the thing, and I teased it with how I discussed your someday departure. Hopefully more than 12 years, though, because I'd like to do this for a little while longer with you before it's the Brian Bulaga show. But look, just say what you need to say. I was reading, what was it, a month ago, that the guy from The Athletic, not Eric Name, but their kind of national NBA guy, walked with him to the bus, and he gave this whole spiel, and he's never going to ask to leave and all that. I mean, I guess for me, I am very much appreciative of what he has done and what he's accomplished. He's been compensated very handsomely for what he's done, by the way. He didn't do this for free. But we appreciate the title. Everyone should. And what I don't understand is that in his effort to not be the villain, because there were like dueling reports again yesterday, right? Like somebody came out and their sources said that, you know, he hasn't asked for a trade. That's not true. And then Shams comes back out and says, no, he's asked for a trade. What would be wrong with just being honest about where you're at and how you feel, instead of this sort of, I don't want to be the bad guy spiel? I guess that's my question for you, Tausch, because that's what I am fatigued by. Because I feel like, yes, the national media has certainly done its part. They may not have started the fire, Billy Joel, but they have certainly fanned the flames for years now. But it does feel like he doesn't want to be the bad guy, and it's starting to feel like this is actually worse than just being honest. Am I wrong to feel that way?
Yeah, you can feel however you want.
I know. Feel your feelings, Eleanor. Yeah.
I don't think Giannis owes us anything. I just don't.
I'm not saying he owes us that. I'm just saying be honest with how you feel.
Yeah, but he doesn't owe us even that if he doesn't want to. I think maybe he's a people pleaser, and he's not interested in getting into the weeds on this. He has had his agent doing it. Giannis doesn't need to come out and be the bad guy. Would it be awesome? And I think, is it always better if it's an open line of communication and people are open with what? But that's not the real world. People are uncomfortable doing that, and if that is indeed the case, yeah, it sucks, and it could have squelched a lot of things that was going on the last 6 months. But I'm at the point with Giannis that it's not as if he can't do anything wrong. Like Homer said, there are things he could do. But in this case, like I think I understand how he works. He's a loyal family guy. I don't think he's interested in all of the drama and everything, and I don't think he wants to hurt everybody's feelings. And I don't think he realizes that dragging it out and doing it has probably hurt some feelings too. But in the grand scheme, we're all sitting here that love the state of Wisconsin and like to see our sports teams do well. We owe a huge debt of gratitude to him. And if he doesn't want to come out and say, hey, I need to be out of here because he's trying to help the Bucks get the best picks or he's trying to find the best spot for him, however it is all going to shake itself out, I'm not fatigued by it. It's not running my life. Like, it is what it is. We saw this coming. I came to grips with it a week ago, Wednesday. Today's Thursday. I came to grips with it 8 days ago. I saw it. I felt it.
You were right.
I went through Kubler's thing real quick. It's like, yeah, I'm sad. It's a bummer. But son of a gun, man, what he's done here has been unbelievable. And I'm going to be thankful for that. And however the rest of this shakes out, it'd be one thing if we were winning and had a shot at winning a championship. We don't. So that's why I'm just not going to get up in arms about it. And, yeah, it's always best. Not everybody is built for that. Maybe Giannis isn't. And if he's not, I'm okay with that. I guess that's where my head's at.
Jesse, what about you?
Not everybody's LeBron and all the I'd rather it not be super passive. I don't know if you want to consider this passive aggressive. How this is played out, you could.
It does feel that way.
I'd love it if you were just bluntly honest. I think that's great, but that's not how he's built.
To me, moving on from Dame last year was kind of the mark of the end of the era, and this is like the after party, and so it's just kind of a formality. I had held on to hope that with the Eastern Conference stars that were hurt this year, the Bucks could catch lightning in a bottle with Giannis coming back for another year, and maybe they get lucky and they're a top 4 team into the playoffs, and you never know how it goes in a best of 7. If Giannis is the best player on the floor, you always have a chance to win. Obviously, that is not how things have played out this year. They're one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference. They're playing the Washington Wizards tonight, which should actually be a good game, which is sad. So it's time to go. I'm not mad at him. I appreciate everything that he did for the city, for the franchise, because as a kid, I thought the Bucks were going to move and that they wouldn't be in Milwaukee much longer. And instead, they built a new district and a new arena and won a championship and became nationally relevant for more than a decade, thanks to Giannis. So I'll always appreciate that, and I hope that the Bucks can find another. You'll never find another Giannis. I hope that they can find another way to have a superstar come in that could achieve championship aspirations the way that Giannis has for the last 10-plus years.
How confident are you that that will occur?
12%.
Yeah, I do not. I'm not brimming with confidence. All right, well, great. I'm glad you guys are appreciative. I am too. My point is, you're right. Maybe some people aren't comfortable with that, but this feels like this has been this dance that has been going on, and I just prefer that you're up front. That's all. And it just doesn't feel like that's how this has been approached. Because that piece in The Athletic that I read, and we all did, we did social media posts about it, and we talked about it, and, oh, you see, Giannis doesn't want to leave. That feels disingenuous to me. And so it's fine. You have every right to control your own career. And if this is not going to work for you and you're ready to move on, you are in the NBA where players are able to get what they want much more easily than other leagues, it would seem. And so thank you for your service. Thank you for the championship. We wish you luck. I don't want to live in 1982 where Robin Yount played his entire career with the Brewers. I understand that that's not the reality. But, we can say what we want about LeBron, and we have on this program. But he was basically searching for the best way to win as many titles as possible. He did not do the Jordan thing. And I guess I did hold out hope that they could get on the other side of all this and stretching out Dame's contract and everything else and find a way to be contenders again with him still here. And by the way, it sure feels like this organization did everything he wanted, and now it didn't work, and now he gone. That is how it feels. So I understand we want to be appreciative. I don't want to be the bad guy on this, just like he doesn't want to be the bad guy. But I am struggling with how I should feel about the way this is going to come to an end. And I just wanted to share that. That is not my area of expertise. The NFL is.
You're just talking about open transparency. You think he's the bad guy in this?
I think he wants to leave. I don't think that makes him the bad guy.
Yeah.
I just want him to say, I want to leave. And I wanted to leave for a long time, and I didn't have the guts to say it because I didn't want to be the bad guy. That's it.
But you're kind of saying that you think he is the bad guy. But you don't want to say it because you don't want the smoke.
No, I think I'm saying it pretty clearly.
Did I mishear that? Because you basically said, hey, we did everything you wanted, and now while the city is blown up and fire behind us, you're going to walk out here to a great spot.
Yeah.
And you sound a little irritated by that.
Yeah, I would like. Again,
No?
I don't interview him on a regular basis. I don't know him at all. I've never met him. I've not covered him. I'm always more comfortable talking about players that I cover, that I have a feel for, and we've had conversations. I've not had that conversation. If I covered the Bucks, and again, Eric Name is fantastic at his job. He has a connection with Giannis like I had with Rodgers. I would love, and he was obviously super busy yesterday. I am very curious to see how he feels about how this has played out. Like his, I would love to know what he's thinking, and he's got to do his job. His job is not to come on our show. So when we get a chance to talk with him, I would love his insight. I texted him yesterday not to come on, but to help me kind of process how this is playing out. Because, yes, I don't know. I guess I thought I was fairly clear about how I feel about this. I'm not trying to be a jerk to him, to Giannis. I'm just saying, say what you feel. That's all I want. Say what you've actually felt. Because I think the story that bothers me the most is the one where the other Sam Amick, I think his name is. I'll have to double check that. Walks with him to the bus. It's at a road game, and he has this long conversation with Giannis, and it's in Q&A form. And basically Giannis again, and that was a matter of weeks ago. So I don't believe that things have changed in a couple weeks. I believe this has been going on for a long time, and that now finally it's come to a head. But what are we doing here? Like, I just don't get it. And that's basically my position. All right, we got plenty to get to. Do you want to open this up to calls? I mean, it's a Thursday. Sure. It's not usually a call day.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wonder how many fans are sick and tired of. I mean, I think everybody is kind of tired of the whole saga. But I don't sense that there's as much, and I don't want to say you're being animus. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But it does feel like you're kind of looking at it and saying, What else did you want us to do? And now
So,
you're going to leave us holding the bag.
I guess my point is, I think you can be both appreciative of what he accomplished. He's one of the greatest stories in NBA history to have come from where he came from.
Movie sucked.
And
the movie sucked.
to come from where he came from and become what he's become. Those things can all be true, and it can also be true that he gave you a title and he hasn't handled his exit in a manner that I like.
He hasn't left yet.
That's true. Yet. Operative word being yet. Just like a lot of folks.
Did he leave us with the bag? Because you're right. I mean, there is a ton of expense and a ton of treasure and draft picks spent. And now we're going to sit here and kind of blah through it. And I do think if Giannis forces the issue and says, I'm only going to New York, and you're only getting Karl Anthony Towns in a third-round pick, and they're not even 3 rounds in an NBA draft, then I'm pissed. Like, I don't think we as an organization should look at it and say we have to do everything right by Yanni here. I don't think we should have that approach.
Well, don't we owe that to him for him getting us a title?
No, and that's what I'm saying. And what I'm asking you is you're trying to say some of those things, but you don't want to say them.
I feel like I said them. Did I not say them?
You kind of did, but then you're like, oh, I don't know. It does feel like we are going to be holding the bag. And Giannis is going to go on to greener pastures. And we are thankful for everything that Giannis has done. But I do think that probably after Dame got hurt, we should have had a real conversation instead of stretching him and then paying Miles Turner a ton of money to pair with Giannis. We would have reset then without having all of this other money tied up. Now we have to try and trade him. We got to trade we got to trade Kuzma. We're doing all this stuff, and it really, how much did Giannis believe this was going to work, and how much did he want to be here for the last 6 months? Because this has all happened. When did we sign Miles Turner? June? July?
Offseason, yeah.
We'd have never done that if we knew that Giannis didn't really want to ride this thing out. So, I mean, everybody was trying to do the right thing. I do wonder if we had known how that would have played, would we have still done that had Giannis come out and said after last postseason, hey, man, this ain't working. Dame's hurt. Let's blow this thing up. I want to go to New York. This is what I want. Try and figure this out, because had we worked through this 18 months ago, the New York Knicks had 7 first-round picks. They gave up for the dude in Jersey or Brooklyn. Those picks would look pretty good right now. And we've really wasted 2 seasons. And again, Dame's injury sucks. It was what it was. But now we are going to be. I mean, you're not wrong. We're going to be sitting there holding the bag. And Giannis is going to go on, and we're going to have to dig out of a hole because we tried to chase another championship. And I just wonder, how close were we ever, and where was everybody's head at during this last 6 to 8 months? Because I don't know if the answer is everybody was, yep, we got this thing. I don't know. That's the part I would love some clarity on.
Well, I will work on our friend Eric Name. We are lucky to have 2 people when it comes to the Bucks that are great at what they do, in him and Justin Garcia. We can talk to each of them for their insights. Because look, I want to be clear. I don't know the Bucks the way they do. I don't know Giannis at all. I am talking from a perspective of someone who's covered professional sports for a long time and has covered the Bucks in a bygone era when they were still wearing purple uniforms. So I am not an expert on this. This is the feeling I get. And I am
Does this make you even respect what Goody did in 2020 even more?
No, I already felt like I was wrong. I thought Rodgers should be part of more conversations.
No, I mean making that hard call that pisses off your superstar.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. I thought you meant allowing your star player to have some influence.
Jordan Love and taking all the smoke and not just going along with everything, looking out long-term organizationally. Because did John Horst and everybody look out long-term organizationally when they made the stretch, Miles, Kuzma, that whole? Was that in the best interest of the organization? Because it's going to end up not being the case. And again, you can't just play the results. I get that. Goody did that knowing that he's going to get all that smoke. And by the way, if he doesn't do that, we could have been sitting there in the same exact situation with 12 that we're sitting here with Giannis.
Yeah, let's take calls on this. Because look, if you disagree with me, fine. I'm fine with that. And I'm trying to explain. I don't think I'm hedging on this. I think I've been pretty clear in how I feel. I think what I'm saying is you can be both appreciative of him bringing you a title and like him. Like, he seems as humble of a superstar as we've ever seen. I like that about him. I do not hate Giannis Antetokounmpo. What I am saying is I hate the way this has been handled. And it feels...
By whom? By whom?
By him.
By Giannis. You hate the way Giannis is handled.
I don't control my agent. There was that thing a few months ago. Like, I don't... You do. Your agent works for you.
You feel like he's hidden behind it, not wanting to be the bad guy, and in turn, the Bucks have made some moves that maybe wouldn't have happened had Giannis just been honest about this 6 to 8 months ago. That is, am I summarizing what you're saying?
Yes. I think it's important to be nuanced, because when you do that, you leave out the part about, I think you can be both appreciative of the title and everything he's done over the last 12 years and the player he's become and his great Kohl's commercials with Kohl's mom and everything else, and also say that I don't like the way he's handled this. Yes. I think you can have both those feelings. 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless talk and text line. This is more. There is no nuance when it comes to windows. You either get Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and have the best in the business, best in class windows, or you get somebody else and they're not as good.
And my question is, what are you waiting for? This month has been miserably cold. And if you're sitting there and you got your heat flying out the window, dollar bills and silver bars flying out your door, and you're just saying, I don't care. I'm not going to do anything. Well, what are we doing? It's been negative 10. You're sitting there, and the money's flying out, and all you got to do, right now you get 4 years. You don't pay anything. No interest, no payments, and you get the best in the business with Pella's 0 interest, 4 years finance offer. All of those things you could do over 4 years. Think all the money you're going to save, both in your energy bills and in not paying anything. Oh, baby, now is the time. Start your journey toward meeting your personal goals and enjoy Pella's highest quality products with exclusive features, custom made for your home. You got 2 days left now. January 31st. Schedule your free consultation today. 4 years, nothing. No interest, no payments down to get all new Pella windows and doors throughout your house. And, of course, that saves you all that money. So you're doubling up. You're doing the Wilde double up with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
844-770-3776. You can get in on the conversation there or in the YouTube chat or on social media. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off-season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group and best-selling author on how to have less stress with the IRS. If 2025 didn't go exactly as planned, you're not alone. You made it through, and that's what counts. Now it's time for taxes, and for a lot of people, that's when the stress kicks in, especially if things got messy along the way. The good news, a rough year doesn't mean a ruined future. We helped Nate fix a tax mess with the IRS caused by one of those national firms and saved him $103,000 in penalties, plus another $152,000 in taxes because we know the tax law. Imagine walking into tax season with a clear plan and someone in your corner who knows the tax law and knows how to use it. You earned it, we help you keep it. Call us now at 414-325-2040 to arrange a meeting to see how we can help you. Don't wait, call now. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
At Saturn Lounge, we know. If your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform. Your storytelling would inspire. Your campaigns would deliver leads that become sales. You wouldn't need a report to tell you. Visit SaturnLounge.com today. When marketing works, it shows.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Arrowhead senior and Minnesota commit Natalie Kussow. Kussow etched her name into the record books, becoming the all-time leading scorer in Waukesha County girls basketball history. She followed the record-breaking milestone with a dominant performance in Arrowhead's 77-41 win over Muskego, finishing with 33 points as the Warhawks improved to a perfect 13-0 on the season. Already a Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year and a contributor to a state championship track and field team, Kussow continues to lead one of the top programs in Wisconsin while preparing to join the University of Minnesota next season. Congratulations to Natalie Kussow, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Join before January 31st to get the lowest rates of 2026. Make sure you join the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow.
Start your Milwaukee weight loss program now to lose weight fast. Many lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Call for your free consultation. 262-235-3980. 262-235-3980 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Eight 844-770-3776. What is this? Is this a Monday after a Packers game? Wow. 7 people on the phone?
Jason, I got a really good text from a great Jimmy up in Door County. I think he's in Florida now for the winter because he's smart. But I thought this was a really good text to me on the personal talking text line. The Bucs were all in. The Packers planned for the future. The result? Bucs are in a bad place. Packers ready to compete for a championship.
Yeah, also all of the result, Bucs have a championship. The Packers don't.
What's the dichotomy and because very interesting. Very good point by you, Yason.
Yimmy and Yason with good points.
I'm not a believer that the Packers never went all in. I think that's I think that's a BS narrative, by the way. That's just my opinion. You can scoff at me all you want.
I think Aaron Rodgers would disagree with you.
What did Aaron Rodgers want? Aaron Rodgers, you could look at, again, now it's easy to look back in hindsight everything. You had the best team in the regular season 2 years in a row. You had the 1 seed. What else did you want in 20 and 21? Like, what else did you want?
Hey, we're working off of Jimmy's text here. And this is the
I'm saying you didn't think they were all in? They signed veterans. They went and splurged on a free agent class in 18 or 19 to get them there. Like, what else did you want him to do? As a GM, all you're trying to do is position your team to win a chip. You had the 1 seed and home field advantage 2 years in a row, and you didn't do it.
Right, and the Bucs.
Was it not all in when Jair Alexander picked off Brady twice? Like, what are we doing here with this? We never went all in.
Okay.
Like, I don't buy it
okay.
at all.
Upset with Jimmy, huh?
No, I'm not upset with Jimmy. I'm upset with Jason.
Well, Jimmy's text literally says that the Bucs went all in and the Packers planned for the future. Jimmy's saying the Packers didn't go all in.
Are you telling me
take it up with
that
Jimmy.
In 2020 and because what you're saying is because the Bucs won the championship.
Dude, they got the quarterback of the future, but if you're really trying to go all in 2020 after reaching the NFC Championship game, you use your first-round pick on someone you think can impact the season. Sorry. That's part of it.
Oh,
I'm not saying it was the wrong decision because now you have Jordan Love.
You are, though.
No,
you are saying
I'm not saying that they should have gone all in. First of all, I said Aaron Rodgers would disagree with you. I do disagree. They did not go all in. I'm not saying they should have. I'm saying they didn't, which is fine.
I don't know what all in is.
Let's get to some calls.
I'm not interrupting you. Go ahead. Keep spitting your whatever you're talking
nonsense.
about.
Sure.
All in. What do you want? But
did they make a trade
you're the
at the
best
trade
team
deadline?
in the blanket NFC 2 years in a row, and you spit on your leg. Like, that's what happened. It's sports. But let's not rewrite history here. Let's not. I'm not interested in it because it ain't. I mean,
okay. Text Jimmy back.
Yeah, nobody did anything.
Ask Jimmy.
Nobody did anything. We're fine being mediocre.
These are all things that I didn't say. Okay.
Sounds like Jimmy said it.
You just said he didn't go all in.
Yes,
you just said it. You can't draft a quarterback and be all in, is what you said. That's what you said.
That is not exactly what I said, but yes, you add a player in the first round.
What you said.
No, I didn't. Okay. There's a difference between quoting me and summarizing me.
That's not what I said, but that's what I said.
First of all, text Jimmy back.
I love when you requote yourself.
Do you think that the Packers went all in? Because his text clearly implies that the Bucs
doesn't.
Right.
So he said the only team I can think of to go all in and win and rebound in a short time is the Rams. So you're telling me because they picked up Odell Beckham Jr., that is what went all in with them? Because
look,
they didn't do anything else. What else did they do?
I know you love the 2019 free agent class as well. They did not sign anyone in 2020. They didn't make any trades.
They signed Rick Wagner and a bunch of veterans to fill in spots is what they did, Jason.
I love Rick Wagner.
You're the king of signing a few veterans.
We signed Rick Wagner.
You're telling me we don't sprinkle enough veterans in.
We added Jared Veldier.
Hey, have you not said we don't have enough veterans on these teams?
Okay,
and that's why we didn't get over the hump?
Like 8 different arguments.
How many other shows have Rick Wagner part of the Giannis discussion today?
0.
All right, great. So the Bucs went all in. They're going to be terrible for a stretch here, but they won a championship. Green Bay never does anything in a middle round.
Never does
even though they're the
blanking
one seed for 2 straight blanking years.
Miles Turner, the Rick Wagner of the Bucs.
I don't get how you guys can look at.
Maybe it's because they had the
Look at calls.
freaking MVP at quarterback who elevated a team that did not have an all-in roster. Maybe
And
that's
he's not
why
the
they
MVP
played
if they
and
don't
won
draft
13
Jordan
games
Love.
all those years.
Jordan Love spurred him on as well. You can say it didn't happen, but it did.
This is a tangled web of lots of things. I agree with that statement as well. But there's. I really wanted to get to calls, and instead.
Well, get to calls.
Now it's
Nobody's stopping you.
9:37, so we are due for a break.
What do you care? We didn't get through the second hour till 11:30 yesterday. What do you care? Just go about your business.
Yeah, I don't want a rerun of that. So what I'm going to do is tell you that if you're on hold, you are coming up next after I tell you about Steinhoffels. And right now, you can start 2026 feeling rested. I need a nap after these first two segments. And make an impact while you're at it. All January, stop into Steinhoffels and test rest any mattress. I've been telling you about this all month long. It's such a cool little thing that they're doing for both Special Spaces Wisconsin and for you to try out a new mattress. Every test rest, Steinhoffels donates $20 to Special Spaces Wisconsin. In addition to those $1,000 donations for every Packers field goal that was made this season. Special Spaces helps create dream bedrooms for kids battling cancer. And the bonus is that if you try that mattress, not only do they make the $20 donation to Special Spaces, you get $20 to go out to lunch on a gift card. Better sleep, free lunch, and a great cause. Can't get any better than that. The January Test Rest event at Steinhoffels ends Saturday. Our conversation is just beginning. And I know we've hit on something when I see two legends, the villainous John Wesley and Ron in the Key, three legends, and Sparky and Sussex are all on the call list.
How about Dan
Star-studded.
and Cambria? Is Dan and Cambria on there? Because I'm I haven't heard from Dan in a while.
Dan is not
I'm
on
always
hold.
nervous.
No.
I'm always nervous when we don't hear
also,
from Dan.
Also, now you've gone from not reading show sheets to not reading who's on hold? Is that how this works?
And just to be clear, before anyone makes a serial killer joke, Dan and Cambria's neighbor was a serial killer. Dan and Cambria, law-abiding citizen as far as we know. So we hope he's doing well, and we look forward to his next call. But he's not on the call list. We'll get to your calls next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Most insurance accepted.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher, and if you're serious about getting more active this year, listen up. The Pickler in Menominee Falls is indoor pickleball, and it's for everybody, whether you're brand new or just trying to move more. Right now, they're offering free learn-to-play clinics every Monday and Saturday at noon. No experience, no gear. They'll teach you everything. So stop talking about your New Year's resolutions and go do something about it. Stop in at The Pickler in Menominee Falls or call the club for more details.
New year, new ride. Start 2026 in style at Cunis. Bring in the savings with amazing offers on all cars, trucks, and SUVs at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis dealerships in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Oak Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. Trade in the old and drive into the new with huge incentives and rebates on all new in-stock cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, GMC, and Buick. Better tech, better safety, better payments. Plus, we have pre-owned payments is for every budget and over 2,500 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from group-wide. And don't miss this month's service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Scott Kunis, COO of Kunis Auto Group. We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials. And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive no-fear lifetime powertrain warranty, included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases. Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
New year, new ride. Start your search online at shopkunis.com.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious accident? It's free. Yes, free, as in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. There's never a fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
Luke Bryan, Word on the Street Tour, with special guests Drew Baldridge, Ray Lynn, Lauren Watkins, and DJ Rock. Saturday, September 26th, Alpine Valley Music Theater. Tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at livenation.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Eight 844-770-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Let's get to your calls before old boy and I start to disagree again and summarize each other's points somewhat inaccurately. Let's go to the villainous John Wesley to begin. Wes, good morning, buddy. How are you?
I'm good, Jason. How you doing?
We're talking Bucks, which is not really my lane, so I'm glad you called. Thoughts, feelings, opinions from a season ticket holder.
Yeah, it's let me just say first of all that like I'm obviously a big NBA fan, but just this whole thing that's been going on in the NBA with their motive or whatever it is from their biggest station to get Giannis out of Milwaukee has just totally taken me away from the NBA. I mean, it's just I don't think you would see this in a superstar trying to get out of them trying to get them out of Milwaukee or trying to get Jordan Love or Aaron Rodgers out of Green Bay from a national media perspective. It's been ridiculous. But I think, this whole thing with Giannis, it's like, I agree with you, Jason. If he wants to go, just come out and say that you want to go. I think one of the things with Giannis is there's a big immaturity with Giannis that I don't think we realized when they were winning. But I think that the immaturity of Giannis is coming out now. And I think, my point is, like, the immaturity of the whole basketball thing with Indiana, what was that, last year, 2 years ago? Like, chasing down the player, the team or the ball boy or trying to get the basketball. Yeah, I mean, that's immature, but, they were winning, so it was cute. But now it's the team is struggling, the team is losing. And, there's an immaturity of, obviously, Giannis knows that the fans of Milwaukee were not booing him. They were booing the fact that the team was down by 35 points in the first half against a team that had its two best players out. But he, what does he do the first play out of halftime is he scores a basket, and then he goes and he boos the fans back. And then in the post game, he says, "Oh well, I always boo. I want to be the villain this year." But then he turns around a week after, or was it a week before, and says, "I don't want to be the villain." And talks about, my agent. I don't work for my agent. Like they're talking, making up all these stories. I don't know what they're doing. It's like, come on, Giannis. Like, we're not stupid. So I think it's just there's an immaturity with Giannis that I think is coming out now that the team is struggling that I don't think we had seen it before. And when we were struggling when he was younger, his voice wasn't well known and he wasn't known enough for us to notice that, he was obviously, up and coming and there was an immaturity there. So I think it's one of those where if he wants to go, come out and say, I've done what I can here. I want a new challenge. I appreciate everything that Milwaukee's done for me and my family, but I do want to go. Like, don't play us for fools because we're smart enough as fans of Wisconsinites to realize that there's more to it than I think what he's wanting to say or willing to say to the media.
And that doesn't make you unappreciative of what he's done here.
No, not at all. I mean, we all appreciate, what he's done. He's a superstar, obviously, and we haven't had a superstar in Milwaukee for a long time. We appreciate the championship, but, if you feel like your time has come to an end here in the city, then say that, the time has come to an end and I want a new challenge. Like, there have been many athletes that have talked about wanting a new challenge in another spot. But to have all this passive-aggressive, I think you used the term passive-aggressive earlier, to have all these passive-aggressive statements, after games or, coming through, Shams or whoever, I don't even watch ESPN anymore just because these stories just kind of make me sick to my stomach as long as they've been going on. Just like the passive-aggressiveness and the lack of clarity from him, I think we as fans and an organization, we deserve that as much as the kudos that we've given to Giannis. And I think, my last point is that, obviously Giannis is a superstar, but I think, we can all agree that Giannis is an extremely injury-prone player, and I don't think there's any doubt about that. So I think he's got to take some onus on that, and I think that Giannis is proving now that he definitely does need a one or two really, really, really good to great players in order for his team to be good, because he doesn't have the type of game that translates into carrying an entire team. And, and a player like, obviously, LeBron did that when he was with Cleveland, when they had the nobodies, I think they said, or Luka when he took the team to the championship a couple years ago, didn't have a superstar, but his game translated that made everybody better, where Giannis's game does not translate into that. So it could be, if we do trade him, it could definitely be a silver lining for us, because I don't know if Giannis's game is going to translate 3 or 4 years down the road, because that athleticism is eventually going to dissipate and go away. And so it'll be a matter of what can we get. Exactly right. And injuries. So I think there's a lot that Giannis needs to take on himself. He needs to look in the mirror and take on himself. But I'm at the point now, I think there's a lot of people that are at the point now, like, Giannis, just come out and say it. If you want to go. We'll respect you more than this passive-aggressive crap that you seem to be putting out there on a daily basis.
Wes, you're the best. Appreciate you, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Take care, guys. All right.
One of the things he said there made me think of something you said, the hot potato, right? That was one of the reasons why you did your Dame time thing. Crunch time in a playoff game, and he doesn't want to be touching the ball. Had to get rid of it.
They don't want to get fouled.
Wes makes some good points there. Let's get to another call. 844-770-3776. Let's go to Ron in the Key. Like I said, Star Spangled. Hi, Ron.
Hi, guys. So, Jason, you mentioned you want Giannis to just say what he feels and be straightforward. And I would want that too. But I also don't care what I want if I'm Giannis. Giannis is in a business where his desire, what he wants to do, his body is worth millions, almost maybe $1 billion. He should do whatever is best for him. And if being able to play both sides by making statements where your last caller literally contradicted himself. He said, and this is what all the fans do, He said ESPN is making this stuff up because they're trying to manufacture Giannis out of Milwaukee. And then you're saying Giannis is passive-aggressively feeding these things. It can't be both. Those stories, turns out, are based because Giannis was finding ways to get that to the media so that he didn't have to say the things that he wanted to say. So either he never said that stuff and it's all made up, and then if that's the case, he's not being passive-aggressive. It's just he's being lied upon. But I don't think any of us thinks that, especially not now. Or it's he wanted to play both sides, and more power to him. When you're the best at what you do.
Or it was not necessarily the case once upon a time, but it has become the case in recent months, years, whatever. But I agree. You make a good point.
I don't think you get to say recent and years. Like, those aren't the same thing.
How long has that been? I feel here's what I would say, Ron, and then you can go back to talking. I feel like we've been dealing with this Giannis could leave narrative, which would be trumped up by the national media, going back to before he signed his max contract, right? So I do think that there was a concerted effort, whether it was by the league or its partners or whatever else, because the Bucks were on national TV last night, right? Were they on NBC? Was that last night,
Tuesday
Jesse?
night. Tuesday.
2 nights ago?
I guess a couple nights ago.
And obviously, while the NFL loves to have the Packers on national television on Sunday Night Football, the Bucks are a little bit different. And so I do think that once upon a time, there was an effort to do that. And do I think it continued even as Giannis then maybe was on board with it as well? I do. But again, I don't know enough about the behind-the-scenes machinations to be able to speak to that intelligently. You may continue.
And clearly, do I know? No, N-O. I don't know K-N-O-W. But when he said stuff like, my plan is to be a Milwaukee Buck forever, or I will never demand a trade, if you fans heard what you wanted to hear, that was intentional. But if you realize that, much like the other guy you're comparing him to, Aaron Rodgers, he chose his words very carefully, you'd hear he gave himself an out all along.
He definitely did. You're 100% right.
It was my plan to be a Buck all along. They left me no choice. I want to win championships. He always mentions that. He was giving himself an out all along. And while that frustrates me because I want to have the Giannis good winning Bucks, not the Herb Cole make it to the 8th seed Bucks. I don't want that. But if I was him, I would do it too. There's a reason why certain people can, cheat in a healthcare class at UW and almost make all academic, all conference in the Big Ten because they're very good at what they do. The best surgeon gets to do whatever he wants. The best salesman, I'm sure, at GKB gets special treatment. And one of the best basketball players on the earth gets to do things different than the average Joe. And the average Joe typically doesn't like that.
Let me ask you one. Wait, don't leave. I got one follow-up for you. My point when I say he should. Yeah, thanks for letting me.
I was just going to say, when is the only time you've ever told Ron not to leave?
Well, enjoy this moment. You said about having it both ways. My argument, and it is his body, it is his money-making operation. He is a great player, a Hall of Fame player, et cetera, et cetera. When I say he should say what he wants to say, it is because I think he has reached a tipping point where if his goal is to not be viewed as the bad guy and to avoid that, I think now he's getting to a point where it's not working anymore, right? Like nobody believes it anymore.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He gets to do whatever he wants with his career.
Do you think? Wait. Do you think you'll have callers following me? I mean, if you have time, do you think you'll have callers following me that will say, "Hey, Tausch took it on a text. This is not on me." Do you think you'll have callers that'll be like, "This is all Giannis never said this"? Giannis, because they still will. In which case, what he's doing is still working and still worth it. I mean, Kobe had a thing in a hotel. Nobody talks about that anymore. The news cycle goes away. Giannis will forever be an icon in Milwaukee, as he should.
As he should be. Right. Agreed.
Yep.
Totally agree.
So, I wish, just to be clear, I too wish he would say that. But if I was him, I wouldn't give two rips what Ron and Jason wish I would do. I would do what's best for me. Yeah. I would be selfish. I would be like, you know why I'm doing this? Because I can.
That sounds like something you would say about yourself, too. Yeah. Thanks, Ron. We will get to more of your calls coming up. So, Charles, Ryan, and Sparky, you're next up. We do have some open phone lines now as well. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and text line. Less is more. He's right. Again, I am in no way saying what Giannis can or can't do. He definitely gets to do whatever the heck he wants. I get it. I'm just curious.
Within reason.
Well, in terms of what he wants to say or not say, for sure. Tausch, because we're taking calls, we're going to do our Iron Jock contest a little bit later.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't have full view, but that sure looked like a Pickler shirt when you leaned back earlier.
Sweatshirt. It's a phenomenal sweatshirt. It's a warm sweatshirt. And you know what? If you're looking to get out, and it's miserably cold out, we all get that. Doesn't matter with the Pickler, Menominee Falls, Green Bay. We got one coming in West Allis. The one in Menominee Falls, right off Appleton Avenue, an indoor pickleball spot. Don't worry, weather is not an excuse. You have all of the things that the Pickler is known for. You have great lighting. You have a great backdrop. There is no excuses. You go in. It is world class. Built for everybody. Beginners, former athletes, anybody just wanting to move more. And now they're offering free learn-to-play clinics every Monday and Saturday at noon. No experience, no gear. They're going to teach you everything you need to know. You get a workout. You get to meet new people. It's actually something that you want to come back for. It's a part of a community. I'm telling you, you get into the pickleball world, it's a community. We've got that West Allis location. That is coming soon. Stop in again at the Pickler in Menominee Falls or contact the club directly online at thepickler.com for more details. That's PICKLR.com.
More of your calls next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
We need the final end here.
Yes, we do, Jason.
Oh, okay. Screw you, Ben Brust.
KVN.
I think it was a mistake not to pursue Jim Leonard in such a way that they pursued Gannon. You got juice, you got scheme, you've got respect, you've got all the things that players look for. I think Jimmy Leonard checks all those boxes.
Kyle Bruston-Nortman. Afternoons from 2 to 5 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN, brought to you by Matrix Basements.
Marquette turned in one of its best all-around performances of the season, cruising past Creighton 86-62 at Fiserv Forum. The Golden Eagles held the Blue Jays in check defensively all night, forcing tough shots and limiting second-chance opportunities, while building a lead that ballooned to as many as 31 points. Head coach Shaka Smart proud of his team's effort on the defensive end.
Well, just proud of the way that the guys, battled in the first half on the defensive end. Our guys put together just a ton of really, really good, what we call Marquette ID possessions, and that's what led to 6 kills.
Marquette improved 8-14 overall and 3-8 in Big East play, led offensively by Nigel James Jr., who scored 21 points. Next up for MU, a trip to Seton Hall Saturday morning.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN, brought to you by Matrix Basements. Visit gomarquette.com/matrix to enter to win 4 tickets to National Marquette Day Saturday, February 7th, when Marquette hosts Butler.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Progressive presents a guided meditation.
Hear the birds sing, a chipmunk nibbling on an acorn. Smell the pine needles gently falling into your living room as the breeze blows through the gaping hole in your roof. Gaze up at that broken tree branch and relax, because you bundled your home and auto with Progressive and have the peace of mind of 24/7 protection. So relaxing.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's just it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, 90 years old, say they credit Three Pillars with living longer.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
As we discuss Giannis, let's go out to Brookfield and talk to Charles. Charles in charge. Charles Woodson, Charles Nelson Riley, Charles Robinson, Jamal Charles, and Charles in Brookfield. Charles, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Good. Thanks for taking my call. Just thought I'd weigh in because there's been a lot of talk about this for the last couple days now, and just want to give my 2 cents. I think we will always love Giannis. He could do no wrong. His story from rags to riches is the true American dream. He's a good man. He's a good role model for kids. He works his tail off. He plays hard. He brought us a championship. Giannis is the best, but at the same time, he can be wishy-washy. The whole narrative of should he stay in Milwaukee has been going on the last 3 years and has gotten really old and at this point annoying. And Giannis has controlled that narrative, whether he could be a Buck or should be a Buck since we won the championship. But because he isn't direct and comes out saying things in a wishy-washy way, I think because of that, we all are fatigued and we're tired of it. I wish he was more like Steph Curry or Tim Duncan or Kobe Bryant in that way, like where if he was going to be with the team forever, he really would be, But like I said, maybe it's an immaturity thing. Like he just comes off a little wishy-washy, and it's getting old,
Yeah, I say this, and I understand that Steph Curry is still with the Warriors. But he is in season 18 now, I think. How many players now, Tausch? And Tausch, you're one of the ones who did it. I'm not saying that you're as big of a star in the Packers universe as Giannis is with the Bucks.
Glad you prefaced that.
Pretty close, though.
But you are a Packers Hall of Famer. And there's lots of Packers Hall of Famers that didn't spend their entire careers in Green Bay. You and Leroy and Donald Driver are the exceptions. Aaron Rodgers didn't. Brett Favre didn't. But do you think that era is gone, and that there will be occasional exceptions like Steph Curry? Because I think it's a really good point by Charles that, and any of us of a certain age probably are viewing it through that lens, We all want the Robin Younts and the Tim Duncans and the Kobe Bryants and the guys that spend their entire careers in one place. We have criticized LeBron for chasing championships by going elsewhere. He at least came back to Cleveland, right? But I'm taking my talents to South Beach. So do you think that era is over or no?
The era's been over. What are we talking about? It's been few and far between where you have guys, and again, it's one thing if you're, a nice player and you have a 8 or 9 year career. When you're talking about the stars, and whether it's Favre, who knew he was going to get traded at some point, and we are all looking like, what are you talking about? And Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. I don't know what else you'd have to do. And Tom Brady, right, because I think part of it is you do get older, and teams are always fighting that, when do we move it along? And we don't want to, fans will say, let it go till the wheels fall off. But then when the wheels fall off and you can't go anywhere, like, what the hell are we doing? Why are we stuck on the side of the road? Like, I want to go. Yeah, that was cute. But no, I didn't think all 4 tires would fall off. And we'd be sitting here for 2 years. And we'd be having to rely on tow trucks and everything else to get us out. No, nobody wants that. So the era of, I think, going younger with the money in play, the only way you see that is if it's guys like an Aaron Donald or guys that have made a ton of money in a spot where they feel like they've accomplished what they're looking for and have other things they want to do, and retire at year 10 and 11,
mm-hmm.
I don't see that happening with quarterbacks. And if you're asking me if Jordan Love's going to finish his career in Green Bay, I think you'd be a fool to say yes. Because history would tell you, doesn't matter what quarterbacks, look at the long line. If Jordan Love is as good as we hope and think he's going to even get better, the odds are he's not going to finish in a green and gold uniform. He'll end up probably in Minnesota. That would be my guess.
After Aaron Rodgers plays there. I think this Mike McCarthy thing is going to ruin the Aaron Rodgers to Minnesota thing. Let's take one more call from a guy that's always going to be Wilde Tausch. He ain't going anywhere. He's a throwback. Sparky in Sussex. Sparky, good morning, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing well, Jason. How are you guys doing today?
You're not going to abandon us like Giannis, are you?
Never.
I've heard that before.
I've been around too long for that. I think people are looking at this. The one caller mentioned about Steph and Kobe and kind of what they do. Giannis isn't your typical superstar. This is a guy who went and ordered 50, chicken tenders the day after we win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's just built differently. He's kind of the big goofy kid that we've all come to love. And I had season tickets for 35 years, and I saw a lot of really bad basketball. But I always appreciate that I got to experience that one championship game. I'll never forget that, and that's due to Giannis. And I think Giannis has earned the right. He may be wishy-washy, but I think he just turned 31. When I was 32, I left my job and moved a couple hours away because I wasn't happy. And I think he's certainly earned that right. I don't see it as quitting on Milwaukee. I think he needs to do what's best for him and his family. So, I wouldn't be happy about him leaving, but the situation right now, how long is it going to be till we can field a contender? It's going to be a while, just due to a lot of circumstances, most of which are out of his control. So, sad if it happens, but I think, the way sports are going, that's kind of the way it goes. I'll never see another Robin Yount around here for, 20 years.
No,
So,
you're right. You're right about that. Again, it is his life. He does get to do what he wants in terms of where he wants to play. My criticism of him is not,
That's Bon Jovi, right? It's my life.
It's my life. I can sing it myself and not have to pay royalties.
I know that one on piano. That was in my piano book bag. I could play that one.
All right. Well, get that piano out for the next segment. Again, I don't have a problem with him. If this is what he wants, he has the right to control his own life and destiny. If he has the power to do that in the National Basketball Association, fine. My issue, as I said at the beginning of the show, is just say what you want to say. Enough of the dance.
Say what
now.
you mean to say.
Well, Say What You Want to Say is a song by John Mayer, I believe.
Say What You Mean to Say is, I think, the John Mayer song.
I don't know that one on piano.
I got to be honest with you. For someone who very rarely gets lyrics right,
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm right.
I'm gonna pass on your call there.
I think he's right.
No, it's not Say What You Mean to Say. I will bet you your next dinner in Stevens Point at Partners or whatever.
John Mayer's got one heck of a roster. I'll put it that way. John Mayer's
You're not talking about his Spotify playlist right now. I don't think.
I am not.
Rick Wagner?
No. I am not talking about that.
Yeah. All right. So here's what we're going to do. The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. Tausch is going to tell us about prize picks right now. And then at the end of the first segment of the 10 o'clock hour, get your dialing fingers ready because it'll be your opportunity to win something cool from Iron Jock.
Say what you need to say. Correct answer.
But you also want to say what you want to say, and you also want to play when you want to play and play how you want to play, and Prize Picks lets you do all of that. The big game. Oh, the big game is almost here, and there is no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. I was right all throughout the NFC Championship weekend. Oh, Devontae, Tutter, Stafford, big ball game. They threw us the Darnold one. Their tailback, I always forget his name, Kenny. Kenny had a day, right? What's old boy's?
You haven't got his name right once this week.
I know. What is his name?
Kenneth Walker.
Kenny Walker. Yeah.
Kenny Skywalker.
Son of Texas Walker. Son of Texas Walker.
Oh, Kenny.
They had a day. We had a day, and boy, it was fun, and it was easy. You build a lineup in less than 60 seconds. Pick more or less. Boom, boom, boom. On at least 2-player projections, and you watch the game with even that much more. I can't wait. What the big game, what kind of fun little trinkets Prize Picks is going to have for the big game, but we will be all over it. You best believe that. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI, and you get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Again, that is code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it is good
to be right, like I am about that song by John Mayer.
No, neither of us were right. We were both wrong.
Yeah.
No, I said.
Don't act like you're.
You said say what you want to say.
You said say what
and
you
Tausch said say what you mean
Rewind
to say.
the tape.
Okay. And you know what, Jason's
the
fine.
problem
He's
is
the king of John Mayer.
The problem is
he's Johnny.
We can't play the song because we're avoiding royalty music. So we'll just never know. What I do know is that the 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. It's Wilde Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build your own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
I'm getting some feedback from folks who would like to continue the discussion of John Mayer's roster. Yeah. That's not really our show, though. That's not our brand.
We can't, yeah, it's no.
So let's.
But you want to talk about Ponderosa? We're here for it.
So let's do this because I'd like to get somewhat back on the clock. We'll shift gears to Packers here momentarily. Before we
New hire today.
I think he's a UW lacrosse guy.
Yeah. WIAC guy.
In the WIAC.
Platteville guy,
Thank
too.
you.
He's a Platteville guy, too.
See, you're reading my mind again. Jesse, continuing his tour of the WIAC. Jesse,
how'd it go last night, Jels? How'd it go last night?
Oh, we had fun. We had a good time. Good game last night. Stevens Point pulled away in the second half, but it was really tight until the late stages of the game. 81-62. Four-way tie at the midpoint of conference play for the top of the conference.
Did they do a conference tournament?
They do.
At the end?
They do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have to go up and cover that.
Well,
could you call every game?
No, they play them at the home venue. It's not like they all meet in the Dells and play a conference tournament. Although
just a game field house.
Although maybe if we're pitching ideas around it, that could be fun. The
Ponderosa WIAC conference tournament.
We'll see if we can.
When is their conference tournament?
I think it's the last week of February. Traditionally, so more or less.
This is easy. And listen, man, I want the University of Wisconsin to crush Fieldhouse. Open it up, and let's host the tournament, the WIAC tournament at the Fieldhouse. The final 8 teams in it.
There are
or the final 4.
Well,
why don't we just do a final 4? Everybody's got their home field, and then we do a final 4 down here at the Fieldhouse.
The top 6 make it into the conference tournament, so the bottom 2 are out. They don't even get to the conference tournament, and then the top 2 have a bye to the semifinals.
All right.
I hate to be that guy, but we asked Jesse how it went last night, and then we completely commandeered the segment.
Yeah.
There was nothing commandeered.
We're setting up.
He just said there's a 4-way tie. Don't you think that would be a heck of an event? And the basketball is fantastic.
The basketball is
great.
Mm-hmm. Jesse, give us a little more of the flavor of your trip to Stevens Point Plover Metroplex so we can move to Packers.
Levi and Stevens Point came out to say hi at the game last night. How about that?
Levi.
Yeah.
There he is.
Look at that.
Let's go, Levi.
Jesse, I gotta tell you, I've noticed this. You take really good photos.
Oh, thanks, Jason.
You're way more photogenic than you are in real life.
What does that even mean?
Huh.
No, what does that mean?
No, he takes really good photos. Like his photos turn out.
But what does it mean you're more photogenic than in real life? What does that mean?
I was just saying something to say it. Just say what you need to say.
He's saying I look like
say what you mean to say.
I'm a jolly elf in this, is what he's saying.
You do look jolly. Okay. Yes, Hermie.
I'm kind of mad at Levi.
What do we think about Levi? What do we think about Levi with the keys around the neckline.
I like it.
You don't see that.
I like it. Hey, you're hanging on to your stuff that way.
Do?
You're not going to lose it. Yeah.
If you're going to do that, I'm more of a hip janitor guy where you got the huge hoop. If you're going to hang your keys outside, I think you got to go belt loop, big janitor hook.
No, that's where you lose them.
I don't want them around my neck. Then you're getting all kinds of clangy. Everybody hears you coming. It's Clang City.
Well, no, he's
USA.
got the big winter coat on. I'm sure he didn't wear it all night around the neck. Like, you just do that when
you don't know that.
When you're getting ready to go, you put it there, and that way you're hanging on to it. You're not going to lose anything.
Okay.
That's the move.
Okay.
The number of details we're getting from your evening.
In today's world, you don't have keys. Everything's fobbed. Levi's got like 10 keys on his keychain there. What does he got going on? Look at that. There are like 6 keys on it.
Got a lot of doors to open.
I guess. Levi.
One
of the goats.
That was the first time I'd seen Levi since he came to my wedding in Jason's stead in 2021.
No, in Jason's backyard. I think had you put up a tent in Jason's backyard, would Jason have showed up for your wedding? And then we never would have met Levi. So
worked out great for
thank you, Jason, for being.
You're welcome.
I don't know what word I want to use that's not going to irritate you, so I'm not going to say it. Thank you for being you.
You've still got 53 more minutes before we get into that zone of the show. Jesse, great synopsis of your trip to Stevens Point.
I
still haven't heard anything.
Sucks.
I'm kind of upset with Levi. Because Levi came over.
What did Levi do?
So game ends, and we do the post.
Look at those keys.
We do the post game. We're done. Levi comes over to say hi after the game. We take a picture. We're talking for a little bit. I was kind of mid cleanup at that point, and then after we got done, I'm like, all right, I'm going to run.
What were you cleaning up?
I had our broadcast.
Packing up.
I had our broadcast unit and my note. I prepare for game. I don't know if you do that with LePay, but I prepare to do the games with notes and things like that.
Is that a shot at me, or what is that?
You didn't know, so I'm just making sure we're all on the same page about what we do around here.
I love that. I thought you were like acting like you were. All right, go ahead. I'm not going to. Unlike you, I'm not going to denigrate you. I'm going to bring you up. Great job, Jesse.
That's what happens around here. So. After I'm talking to Levi for 5 or 10 minutes, I don't know exactly how long it was, but he gets ready to go, and I'm like, well, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick before I pack the rest of this up and get out of here. So I run to the bathroom, come back to do the rest of my pack, throw it all in the backpack in the case, and we get out of there. Well, I learned this morning as I was getting ready to do this show, I lost my mouse, and it's a mouse that Becca bought me for Christmas for my laptop because she hates how clicky I can be with my other mouse or with the pad. Apparently, I'm a very emphatic typer and mouse clicker. So she bought me like a silent mouse so it doesn't bother her in the morning. And I think the sports information director at Stevens Point may have took my mouse because I left
it.
What
does Levi have to do with that?
Because Levi distracted
Jesse.
Levi distracted me from cleanup to talk and take
Jesse
the picture.
Truman lost his mouse.
And now
You're
I'm
blaming
out of mouse.
Levi for you losing your mouse that your wife got because you annoy the heck out of her in everything you do.
Jesse's going to get divorced, and it'll be Levi's fault.
So if Beck and I don't make it, in an ironic turn, it's going to
that would be ironic that he was at your wedding and he let you divorce. That's irony.
This could be the end. Because I lost my special soundproof mouse in Stevens Point, thanks to Levi coming up to take a picture.
Well, in fairness, it could have been the jangling of the keys around his neck, and then the SID could have came and stole it, and you wouldn't have heard him sneak up behind you.
I didn't have eyes on the entire situation. Levi may have taken the mouse and hid it in one of the rooms he's got keys for there that I'll never see it then. So I left my mouse in Stevens Point.
That sounds like a Broadway musical.
And your wife left you shortly thereafter.
Or a country music song, royalty free.
All right. We're getting closer to Packers talk.
How was the food?
Oh, food was fantastic. Yeah, good spots. I was able to stop at your recommendation, Partners Pub, which Alex Strofe had also recommended that, but for different reasons. He said it was $1 bottle night on Wednesday. I don't know if that was still the deal or not. I didn't stick around to find out, but pretty packed
Still have
in.
Pool tables in there, right?
Oh, yeah, pool table. Yep, they had like a bowling game, which, I'm a fan of that. So
shuffleboard.
Nice little game area
Russ
there.
came and ate your lunch doing that.
Appreciate that. Thank you. And then the Point After Pub was where I stopped after the game last night for a little post game before heading back. So,
Pap.
Yeah.
Papper.
Couple of nice spots in Stevens Point.
You don't have to do that with everything.
The Pap. Pap was fun.
He was a little palmy about the Pap.
So first trip ever to Stevens Point. Levi both made it and broke it by making me lose my mouse. But besides that, good spots,
I love that
good
you're
basketball.
blaming Levi.
Yeah.
It is pretty amazing, actually. Is Levi eligible for the Iron Jock contest?
He sure is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, maybe he can, when he comes to pick up his hats, if he wins.
Jock key. No, I think we actually are switching it. Iron Jock is handing a key holder, a key fob out. How many miles was it to Stevens Point last night,
Why? I'll look.
Caller 134 today. Caller 134.
Well, wait a minute, you just asked him for the mileage.
Yeah, it's going to take him too long. And we're
100 on the dot. 100 on the dot to Stevens Point.
There you go.
All right. So that's why 100, and then Giannis leaving Milwaukee potentially, 34, 134.
Makes sense. Yeah.
New year, new goals. Iron Jock is here to help you stick to them. And whether you're hitting the gym, heading to work, going to Point, just trying to smell a little bit better in 2026, Iron Jock gear has you covered. Right now, ESPN listeners take 30% off all Iron Jock gear on orders over $75. Just use that promo code ESPN30. That's promo code ESPN30. Look good, smell great. Start the year strong with Iron Jock. And right now is your chance to win an Iron Jock hat. Caller number 134 to win that Iron Jock hat. Caller 134 at 844-770-3776. Again, orders over $75. Use that promo code ESPN30 to get some great smelling, great workout Iron Jock gear.
Levi only has keys to his car.
Levi, what'd
and
you
his
do with the
apartment.
mouse you stole from Jesse?
Mouse kidnapper, mouse snapper.
Come on, Levi.
I know you've been waiting to talk about Bobby Babich. That'll happen next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde
and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
The Packers also got a defensive coordinator.
I like the hire. I think he's proven. He's coached high-level defenses, ones that went to the Super Bowl.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
It'll be interesting to see what he brings from a schematic standpoint. Ran a lot of 3 down. This team just got rebuilt to be a 4-down team.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
At Associated Bank, we know running a business is tough enough, so our business is making your business banking easy. That's why we make sure it speaks your language. Business and consumer-linked accounts? How about all your banking all in one place with one login account? $50 overdraft grace zone? Think of it as a I never said I was a CFO grace zone. And maintenance fee-free account? Well, free is always good. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property, it's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal & Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof, it's where life happens. At Grimal & Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
Tired of waking up exhausted? That dad bod weighing you down? Let's get you back to the old you. If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, your hormones could be out of balance. At Mentality, we'll dig into what's really going on, then build a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and peptide treatments to get your brain and your body back on track. So stop telling yourself you're just getting older. Book your appointment now at lowtusa.com. Right now, all new patient labs are covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250. Go to lowtusa.com.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Jesse, man. I don't know what happened, but he was really doing well. I don't know what happened to my picture either. He was doing a great job with all these long numbered calls. And now this time he didn't get there. He's still taking calls. Yeah. If he'd have stayed with 100, the number of miles it is to Stevens Point, he'd be done. But he's still efforting for our winner of our Iron Jock contest. Tausch, we talked a little bit about Bobby Babich because that news broke yesterday as we were on the show. But there is a mass exodus now, and I don't think it's surprising. I don't think it's necessarily malfeasance. New defensive coordinator, a lot of times they want new coaches. Some of them left of their own volition to go join Jeff Hafley in Miami. Latest to do so, Wendell, I almost called him Wendell King. Wendell Davis? The Ball King. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I was going to say the Ball King. It threw me for a second. Still one of the most bizarre things for as many times as we say you get what you emphasize in the NFL, and you also get what you tolerate. They emphasized the you-know-what out of takeaways, and they finished with 14. Less than half they had the previous year when they didn't emphasize them as much as they did this year. So Wendell Davis is the latest departure. Derek Ansley also departing. I don't know if he has a new job lined up just yet. Ryan Downer. I'm sorry?
What did he emphasize? What was his emphasis and what was his nickname?
I think Derek Ansley emphasized the fact that he recruited just about everybody in the Packers secondary when they were coming out of high school. Ryan Downard, Sean Duggan. So the only defensive coach that at least for the moment, is a holdover on that side of the ball is DeMarcus Covington, the defensive line coach. Is this a big deal, a little deal, or no deal that group will largely be revamped and could be completely revamped under Jonathan Gannon?
No, I don't think it's definitely not no deal. I don't think it's a big deal because you have new leadership. You're going to have a new system. You're going to want your coaches to teach that. And I would say I don't want Joe Barry hardly brought anybody over, right, when he came in?
Correct. He just took over all the guys that were already here. Yep.
That formula doesn't work. If you don't have relationships and people you trust to execute what your vision is, I don't know how great you are at relationships. So I look at this as a good thing. You want to keep the coaches that you really hope. Obviously, Jeff Hafley brought in some of his guys, and they are going to be loyal and believe in what he's doing with a new contract and a new job down in Miami. This is the way it's supposed to go. Like, I just think we get so caught up. We don't have any problem when we move on from players. Like, it is what it is. That's the business. That's the same thing in coaching, and you see it in every line of coaching, whether it's college or pros. These guys move around. It's hard on their families. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what these guys sign up for. And I would be disappointed if Gannon just came in and said, we're going to keep it status quo. I'm going to do, we got our guys. Now, you got your guys that you know will know your plan and can teach and demand what you're looking for in your scheme with those coaches to those players. And so I think it's a deal. I think it's a good sign. I'm always nervous if somebody just thinks, we're going to bring in Joe Barry and the same exact coaches, we're going to be even better. Nah, that's not how it works. I like this. I don't think this is a bad thing at all.
I agree with you. I want to get into the new linebackers coach's background because I'm not saying he's Mark Tauscher.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that he's got a lot of close Wisconsin ties. And while it wouldn't be exactly like hiring Mark Tauscher to indeed Wyack ties, but also Badger tie, a little Badger tie as well. And a Vikings
help
tie.
Us implement this Wyack tournament at the Fieldhouse.
And a Wofford tie. So he's got a lot of ties, Ty, and we will get into that after one UW Credit Union tie from Old T.
Well, for every stage of life, UW Credit Union, it's here for you. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They're going to help you reach your financial goals. And people ask, what is it about UW Credit Union? Why did you need to become a member? Well, you want to keep your banking local, great member first service, and great perks like early payday. And you want an organization that supports causes close to you. They love the state of Wisconsin and obviously the University of Wisconsin. And I'll tell you what, last night, tragedy almost hit the Kohl Center last night. I think the big old T-shirt cannon that UW Credit Union has partnered with for the last couple of years.
No.
It ain't working. It wasn't working. So did UW Credit Union say, well, shucks, there's nothing we can do? Or did they come up with a plan to execute getting T-shirts in people's hands? That's what they did. They got the cheerleaders and the dance squad to fire all these T-shirts up in or all around the Kohl Center and spurred the Badgers on to make an unbelievable comeback. That's how much UW Credit Union cares. If you love Wisconsin like I do, can't pay with anything else. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card. Solve problems like UW Credit Union will do for you. Terms and conditions do apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
I wonder.
What do you got? You got a little something. You got a little Cheshire grin there, kitty cat.
If Sam Sifkas is a UW Credit Union member. We'll tell you who that is.
Or apparently
next.
if he could help with the T-shirt toss at the next Badger game.
Well, he'll be in town, or he'll at least be in the state. We'll tell you who that is next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
For the big game this year, upgrade what's in your cooler. Meet Carbless, handcrafted premium cocktails in a can made with real spirits and big, bold flavor. Zero sugar, zero carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. Carbless delivers bartender quality cocktails that are easy to enjoy from kickoff to the final play. Perfect for watch parties, game day spreads, or packed living rooms. When the food is hot and the game is loud, crack open a cold Carbless. Stock up on flavors like black raspberry, lemon lime, and pineapple before game day. Carbless, full of flavor, ready for kickoff.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big, and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution, and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
This is Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, presented by Spin Master. Monster Jam trucks team up with FMX bikes for the ultimate freestyle experience. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the teams, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks and bikes up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Fiserv Forum this weekend.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top-quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Windhorst with Tony Windhorst & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Windhorst & Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online, Tony Windhorst.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Windhorst & Associates.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
At some point, we are going to discuss Mike McCarthy being the new head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't believe you.
No, we both like Mike. We want to get there.
Mike. If we could...
Nobody's better when it comes to lyrics than our guy, Old T.
John Mayer sing that?
John Mayer's better. That's for sure.
He's better, apparently, at a lot of things.
Whoa, Nelly!
Legend.
That's a different John.
Sam Seifkis? I'm not even sure how to pronounce his name. But, boy, talk about having a Wisconsin guy coaching with the Green Bay Packers, just like a Wisconsin kid got to play for the Badgers and the Packers. You're going to like this guy. I mean, I don't know how good of a linebackers coach he is, but he's got a great backstory. Sam Seifkis is going to be the Packers' new linebackers coach after Sean Duggan followed Jeff Hafley and took his talents to South Beach. Sean Duggan was only the linebackers coach for 1 year because Anthony Campanile, who had that job in the first year of the Hafley regime, is now the defensive coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars and had at least one head coaching interview, I believe, during this cycle. So Sam here, he's a native of Oconomowoc. He played college football at UW-La Crosse. Jesse, interrupt me with the text message that you just received.
This is a fun one. Garrett in Waukesha. My Tier 1 friend, Sam Seifkis, is the new Packers linebackers coach. Local kid from Oconomowoc comes home.
Garrett, text back in and make sure that we're pronouncing your Tier 1 friend Sam's name correctly.
No, call in. Garrett, call in. Let's get a taste of Sam Seifkis, your Tier 1 buddy. Tell us why he's great.
You can do that too. 844-770-3776. Check that phone number. I don't want anybody pretending to be Garrett and then telling us inaccurate information about Sam Seifkis. I have further information on him here, though, at least from his resume.
Well, are you a Tier 1 friend, or are you some schlappy beat guy?
No, from his bio, because he was with the Cardinals last year.
Oh, so he knows all about Hobbsy.
No, they didn't play.
All that physicality.
Yes, indeed. I love how that.
Why does it all come full circle? It's crazy
it's
how
amazing.
that works out.
So he played football at La Crosse. Started as a student assistant at La Crosse. He was
Roger
a grad
Herring?
assistant.
What year was he at La Crosse? What year?
He became a student assistant in 2012. I think he might have had the same thing happen to him as Goody, where he was playing there and then he got hurt, and then he stuck around and was an assistant. Maybe we'll have to ask Garrett and Waukesha a little more about Sam's Eagles career.
Garrett just called if you want to talk to him about Sam.
Let's do it.
Why would we go on the internet when we have a Tier 1 buddy that can give us all the scoop on Seifkis?
I just want to make sure, Jesse, you do a lot of great things for the show. There have been a few occasions over the years where your vetting of callers has been a little suspect. So do we feel confident that you've done the requisite background checks to confirm that this is Garrett and not someone?
I'm sure it was very thorough.
My extensive vetting process leads me to believe that this is Garrett and Waukesha.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to stake your reputation on it?
No.
Okay.
Like, I answered the phone. He said it's Garrett and Waukesha. I said, great, we'll put you on.
Okay. Well, let's take a chance and hope for the honesty of people. Garrett, good morning. If that's your real name, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, guys. Yeah, my name is Garrett, and Sam's a guy I grew up with in Oconomowoc all through elementary school, middle school, high school, and yeah, he's been my guy for quite some time now. Got the short end of the stick at Va Tech, but hopefully now can get back with.
Oh, did we lose?
We lost. Yeah, Garrett, we lost you for a second there. I think you're back.
Is Garrett back? All right. Garrett, you hear me?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
All right, so Cephkis, are we pronouncing that correctly, first of all?
Yeah, Cephkis is correct. Yep.
All right, good. All right, 1 for 1. 2, he's got some history with Jonathan Gannon, but shed some light on your buddy Sam's playing career at UW lacrosse, because it feels a little Goody-ish that he became an assistant coach while he was still a student.
Yeah. So after his playing career, he had some back injuries and ended up, gravitating towards coaching that season when he got hurt. Decided to continue to help out and be a part of the team. And from there, kind of just, took off with his coaching career, going from lacrosse to, obviously did internships with the Badgers and then out at Air Force Academy, came back and then was the DC at Platteville. And from there, built up going to Wofford and then so on and so forth. But, yeah, just an absolute grinder and just an overall really great person.
So,
Garrett, did you know he was gonna be a coach? It just loved ball the whole time. That was always what old Cephkis was going to get into.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like when that injury happened to him with his back, that was devastating for him, and always just wanting to be around the team still. And like I said, just a grinder. Just always wanting to be great, never taking shortcuts, and good things happen to good people, and Sam's a good person. So I'm so excited for him.
All right, so now let's delve a little more into your Tier 1 friendship here. Did you know that Sam Cephkis was going to be the Packers linebackers coach before the NFL insider types knew about it?
I thought that I knew about it. Sam had been pretty dark on me for some time, and I called him out on it, never got any replies back, but I think he knew that I knew, and I knew that once Gannon got hired that I knew he was going to be looking for someone.
Okay, my next question. What does this do for your ticket situation, potentially?
Oh, great question.
I mean, I don't bother Sam with that. I let him worry about his job and whatever happens as far as if he's able to get tickets, then that's fine. But I'll definitely be up for some training camps this year. That's for sure.
All right, question 3. Do you know a guy named Justin Garcia? Because he is vouching for you as the real Garrett in Waukesha who knows Sam Cephkis.
Jeez, what a world.
I do know Justin, a former neighbor of mine. Yes.
What? It's a small world after all, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, aren't you kidding?
6 degrees of Justin Garcia gets us to Matt LaFleur in like 4 moves.
Yeah, basically.
Garrett, anything else you'd like to add? Because this has been a really fun experience. I'm glad Tausch told you to call and that you did, in fact, call, and you were, in fact, you, since Jesse didn't exactly vet your call.
Yeah, no, I'm just really excited for him. Obviously, you probably have seen me on the YouTube stream as a troll for being a Chicago's Bears fan, but no, I'm excited to see him in NFC North again like he was with Minnesota, and just won't be cheering for him 2 games out of the year.
No.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Garrett's a Bears fan, but his Tier 1 buddy is now a coach for the G&G? His loyalty has to change, or he's not really a Tier 1 buddy. Is that not right?
Wait, is this the same Garrett that has had me on this search for the Oregon cancer hat as well?
Yes. That is I, Jason.
This is unbelievable.
What a tangled web Garrett Reeves, man. He is
It's all coming
tangler.
together now. But wait a minute.
Garrett, you can't root against your Tier 1 buddy at Lambeau if he gets you tickets. You can't go up there in orange and black or blue or whatever they are. Can you?
I probably will go neutral colors, maybe some type of camo. But no,
maybe an Oregon Duck cancer hat if they find it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know,
I will say.
Is tier 1? I think tier 1 has to be in question. Jesse is the king of the tiers. We'll have to break that down. But what an interesting little weaving Garrett just brought in here.
This is, look, there are certain things, and we've been doing this for a while now. Man, it's fun when this kind of crazy, small world kind of stuff happens. We've had it happen a few times. This one is really fun. Garrett, we appreciate the call. And bear
I
down?
don't know. Hold up a second. I don't know if we want him going up to training camp. He might be taking state secrets back to Chicago.
Oh, my God.
He is pulling for the Bears. And now that the Bears are a fierce rival again, I'm a little nervous about Garrett's relationship with our new linebackers
friend.
coach.
Yeah, this is dangerous.
I think our tier 1 coach needs to start thinking about his tier 1 buddy and how much subterfuge could be going on here.
Well, whatever the case, we appreciate the call. Thanks, Garrett.
Absolutely.
That took a turn.
Thanks, guys.
That took a turn I wasn't ready for.
Isn't that?
I will say this.
Hey,
I do want to defend Garrett on one thing. I respect the fact that he's committed to his team, even in spite of his friendship. If the roles were reversed and Sam Seifkes became the linebackers coach for Ben Johnson, would you say the same thing, and he was a Packers fan, that Garrett would have to give up his Packers fandom to become a Bears fan?
If he's one of his best friends, yeah. Yeah.
Lucas Van Ness's girlfriend / future wife is Cole Kmet's sister.
Where's the line? Okay, here's the question.
No wonder
because
the Bears caught up to us this year.
It's tough.
They're infiltrating.
If it's your kid or your brother or if your sister is working for the organization, like it is, where is the line? Where does the line stop?
And we got a Butkus on staff.
If it's a tier, is Dick Butkus all of a sudden rooting for the Packers? I don't know.
He was not. He made it very clear that when his nephew took the job a number of years ago, that he was going to still root against the Packers.
And is it different if you're an assistant coach? What if Seifkes becomes the Packers' head football coach? And old boy's his best friend. You're telling me he's still going to root for the Bears against his best buddy?
Well, let me ask you
Where's the line? Where's the line?
This is why you are valuable. I mean, you're valuable for a number of reasons on the program, but this is one reason.
Don't you dare patronize.
I'm not patronizing you. I'm stating the facts.
This is why you're important to the show. Get the blank out of it. Come on.
If I could finish.
It's not even 11:15.
Which is why I corrected myself and said that you're important for a lot of reasons.
It should have never even entered your vernacular.
The 11:15 rule only applies for us to Jason, not him to you, just for the record.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, stop interrupting then. So, I'm not going to patronize you. You didn't face this issue, right? Denny and Diane and your brothers and your sister and all your buddies in Auburndale were all Packers fans. None of them had to face the dilemma of, oh, my God, my good buddy Mark Tauscher just got drafted by the Packers. Now he's the starting right tackle, but I'm a Vikings fan. Did you have anyone in your life that was put in this position like Garrett is?
No. Nope.
So
and I'm
easy
just
to
curious
cast the stones,
because there's a real life scenario that could play out here for me. Jason Acker, the coach of the New Mexico Lobos, bows up, could become a Big Ten coach and have to play Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I love Coach Eck, but I am never going to go against the Wisconsin Badgers.
So you're doing what Garrett's doing.
I don't know. I'm telling you, it's
Hypocrites!
tough. I'm telling you, it's tough. I'm telling you, it's tough. But if my brother decided he was going to get into hold up. If my brother decides he wants to get out of the funeral business and go into coaching,
go to coach Penn State,
and he ends up coaching Penn State, and we go out to Happy Valley, what am I doing? Am I rooting for us as an employee and as an alumni and as someone that loves the program? Am I hoping to go kick my brother's keister out in Happy Valley? I don't know.
So You went from
I don't know
criticizing.
it ain't easy.
This is great. You are totally twisted up into a pretzel now.
I don't know what to do.
And it's all your own fault with the Jason Eck example. Like, literally, Garrett and Sam equals Tausch and Eck.
Yeah.
And if Eck becomes the coach...
No. Hold up. Hold up. If Jason was the linebackers coach at Minnesota, I'm not blinking. If Jason is rowing the boat, leading the Gophers out the tunnel, I still can't get there. I can't. I love Eck. I can't get there.
Right. And Garrett can't.
So all this stuff, this is why it's great.
Fan.
Subjecture, conjecture is all cute till it comes to your backyard. And it slaps you in the face and it says, what are you going to do? And I just slapped myself in the face and I said, this is what I'm going to do.
God, that's awesome. I love the fact that you got after him and then you had to basically get after yourself and admit that you would be the same as Garrett.
He should stick with the Bears. I agree with you. It took me a turn and I had to put myself in real time.
God, that was awesome.
You stick with the Bears. But I'm also not letting him come up and sitting in meetings and going through all that. So I can promise you that. Subterfuge.
Well, we know one thing. If your brother leaves the funeral business...
This is probably where Jason not being a fan, because I was going to bring it back to him, but he ain't a fan of anything.
Doesn't work.
Except for his kids' stuff. So you know, if Sidney ends up working for the Bears, is Jason going to root for the Bears? Yeah, he will. Like, of course he will, because he doesn't even like the Packers.
What I do like
supposedly
is Jones Dairy Farm, and if Tausch's brother leaves the funeral business to go work at Jones Dairy Farm, we'll all be supportive.
Amen to that. And you could find word that for sure. Jones Dairy Farm, family-owned, operated 7 generations in Fort Atkinson. Best known for their all-natural sausage. They make pork, chicken, turkey, and I just saw as I was kind of flopping around the house today, I think there's some more chetta coming. I think there's going to be a little.
You were flopping around the house.
And it's going to be crisping up. And you're going to have that beautiful Jones Dairy pork that I keep telling you about, all crispy and caramelized with my spinach and orchetta.
Flopping.
I think that might be in play. Find all of Jones' products in grocery stores across Wisconsin. Check the website's product finder at jonesdairyfarm.com.
We still have
Eleanor,
to keep...
how critical should I be? We are getting into sourdough. We are now a sourdough family.
Welcome to the cult.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Old girl is all in on making sourdough, and I'm talking about Eleanor. And she is proud as a peacock, but this sourdough, it fell a little flat. And you shoot straight? I still want to be encouraging, but...
Like, is it edible?
I'm not sure. I'm going to send you guys a picture of said sourdough, and I'll let you guys judge it. It didn't rise like it needed to. Put it that way.
Did you
we
eat
still
it?
have to flop around the 10 o'clock hour for one more segment.
You're not going to be rude. She put grassland butter on it.
There you go.
Who's not going to eat sourdough with grassland butter? I mean,
who cares if it doesn't
crazy?
rise exactly the way you need it to? Like, make an improvement, but as long as you can eat it and it tastes good, go for it.
Okay.
I have. First of all, we have the sourdough. Well, we've got the sourdough thing going on in our house now too. So it is taking over a lot of people's lives, and so I am fully supportive of Eleanor.
When do you stop feeding it? When is it just all natural and just let it roll, and you're making stuff every day? When do we get there?
I'm not sure. I do know that we're starting to get into the danger zone on our clock management again. And I would like to ask you a question about the coaching staff that's not about sourdough. And then we'll play trivia in the 11 o'clock hour, and maybe we'll talk about Mike McCarthy, who
very frustrating.
Profess our love for Big Mike, and we haven't talked about him all week.
Doubtful.
And it's now Thursday. But I want to ask you about Sean Mannion. And there are fans that would like, through no fault of Steno's, oh, well, just get rid of the guy you got now so you don't lose Sean Mannion. I'm curious what you think of that. I'll ask you that, and then we'll play some trivia in the 11 o'clock hour. So stick around. It's Wilde Tausch.
We're on the...
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th, as we will be hosting our second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by the legendary Home Blow and Bailey Cope. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017truthawards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber, Steinhoffel, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do not miss out on the best community awards event of the year.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, this is Jason Wilde from Wilde Tausch. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Racine Danish Kringles has you covered with their heart-shaped Kringle. You know my family loves Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles, and sometimes they share it with me. Racine Danish Kringles offers a heart-shaped Kringle with pink icing in raspberry, chocolate silk, cherry, and pecan flavors to send to your loved one. Order at Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles, the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Matrix Basements.
Marquette turned in one of its best all-around performances of the season, cruising past Creighton 86-62 at Fiserv Forum. The Golden Eagles held the Blue Jays in check defensively all night, forcing tough shots and limiting second-chance opportunities while building a lead that ballooned to as many as 31 points. Head coach Shaka Smart proud of his team's effort on the defensive end.
Well, just proud of the way that the guys, battled in the first half on the defensive end. Our guys put together just a ton of really, really good, what we call Marquette ID possessions, and that's what led to 6 kills.
Marquette improved 8-14 overall and 3-8 in Big East play, led offensively by Nigel James Jr., who scored 21 points. Next up for MU, a trip to Seton Hall Saturday morning.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Matrix Basements. Visit gomarquette.com/matrix to enter to win 4 tickets to National Marquette Day Saturday, February 7th, when Marquette hosts Butler.
At Associated Bank, we thought about speaking like other banks with hoity-toity names like Total Privilege Pay or something. But we don't speak bankish, we speak your language. When we say 2-day early pay, we mean you get paid 2 days early. $50 overdraft grace zone? That's a grace zone of up to $50 if overdrafts happen. And maintenance fee-free account? Well, that speaks for itself. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Luke Bryan, Word on the Street Tour, with special guests Drew Baldridge, Ray Lynn, Lauren Watkins, and DJ Rock. Saturday, September 26th, Alpine Valley Music Theater. Tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at livenation.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
I love it when news breaks during Wilde and Tausch. Breaking news from the National Football League.
Oh, baby, now this is some breaking news.
We're going to get to Mike McCarthy at the top of the 11 o'clock hour, finally, in part because he's hired one of our other favorite coaches. Per CBS Sports, the new offensive line coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers is the same offensive line coach that once coached Mark Tauscher and is one of the favorites of this program. James Campy, returning to coaching as the new offensive line coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Which means that not only is his scouting work done for the Packers, but if they were planning on making an offensive line coach change, they would not be bringing him into that role now. And I wonder if they ever were, Tausch, because I still think that would have been a smart thing to do. But now he's headed to join Mike in Pittsburgh. Your thoughts?
That's awesome for Yimmy. Had a pretty good hunch this was going to happen, and excited for, I think, Campy. Guy just loves coaching ball. And
he's good at it.
We all know that. He is a Packer through and through. I think Mike McCarthy valued his playing experience, obviously the way he coached all of us throughout his tenure. And I'm very excited for him to be able to, get that last bite at the apple. And to be able to do it with Mike and whoever else Mike is going to bring with him on that staff, I think is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be pulling very hard for the Pittsburgh Steelers, except when they play the Green Bay Packers, because I've learned a lot about myself as I went through this process the last 15 minutes.
Except for when they play the Badgers.
As much as I love Mike and Yimmy, and I'm guessing there's going to be a few more folks that are going to be headed northeast.
Mm-hmm.
They will be my second favorite team, and I will be pulling for a G&G Pittsburgh Super Bowl
let's
next
go.
year, or Super Bowl 62, or Super Bowl 63, preferably Super Bowl 65. That would be awesome.
That's a big one.
G&G, and Mike McCarthy's last game as the Steelers coach. He's got his young quarterback. Super Bowl 65, G&G versus the Steelers to wrap this thing up. That would be fun.
I'd like it to happen a little bit earlier than that, but we'll have to wait and see since we're only on Super Bowl 60 right now. What we also need to get to is the 11 o'clock hour. And I need to tell you about Associated Bank, which I've been telling you about now for a decade. They've been with us from the beginning, and we're so appreciative of that partnership. And they've got such great customer service. Yeah, you want to show your Badgers pride with Badgers checking? Great. You want to show your Packers pride with Packers checking? Super. You want to show your Brewers pride with Brewers checking? Sounds like an awesome idea. But what really matters is the customer service, because as you well know, it's not branches that make a bank local, it's roots. And Associated Bank's roots run deep here in Wisconsin. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more about all that great customer service you'll have when you make the switch. We will discuss Mike McCarthy, who has a new offensive line coach in Pittsburgh. Next, it's Wilde Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's UWM's homecoming, and the celebration features 2 Panthers basketball games. The action tips off Friday as the men's team takes on Wright State at 7 p.m. at Panther Arena. Then on Saturday, the women's team hits the Kalachi Center Court against the Raiders at 2 p.m. Fans at both games will score a free black and gold in the cold homecoming t-shirt courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Join us Friday at 7 for the men's game and Saturday at 2 for the women's game. Lock in your tickets at mkepanthers.com. Milwaukee Panthers Athletics, or the MKE.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Join before January 31st to get the lowest rates of 2026. Make sure you join the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform. Your storytelling would inspire. Your campaigns would deliver leads that become sales. You wouldn't need a report to tell you. Visit SaturnLounge.com today. When marketing works, it shows.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde Tausch begins late, but begins now. Hey, old boy, I got a question for you.
Yep.
There is a trend where lots of teams go with young coaches, right? I mean, as I was watching this head coaching carousel spin, and look, Mike McCarthy's 62, John Harbaugh's 63, so it is not always going to be the youngsters. But remember, Matt LaFleur wasn't even 40 yet when he got the Packers job. Zach Taylor was even younger when he got the Bengals job. Campy, who we love, ain't a young coach by any means. Compare and contrast for me the pros and the cons of having young coaches who lack experience but maybe have lots of energy versus older coaches who have tons of experience and are not spring chickens anymore. And because you've had both during the course of your career, your offensive line coaches were Campy when he was a lot younger.
Campy was young, yeah.
Right, and Bechtel was a little older.
I think when you look at, there's always 100 different ways to get the best out of your players. The league has gotten younger and younger. Green Bay, obviously, roster-wise, continues to get younger and younger. And I do think there's something to be said about that youthful energy, enthusiasm that is needed. You need to meet people where they're at a lot of times, and I think that's one of the reasons the league has gotten a little bit younger. But all players really want is to get a good understanding. How can I be as successful as I can? How can you get me to the place to get there so that I can make the living that I want and that our team can have great success? That's all everybody cares about. All of the other stuff is just noise. Make me money, make me a winner. That's what players are looking for. And the good players are willing to do it. And I think from a coaching perspective, if you're in year 3 or 4, I think everybody likes the experienced veteran, kind of grizzly, especially I'm going to speak just for O-line. You want the guy that has seen it all and can explain it and coach it and teach it and be consistent and get you to do those same exact things. And also, I think the mentality that you need to bring as a group. Coaches will demand that. And I've told you this before, and I am not going to sit here and get after last year's offensive line for the Packers. I'm not doing that. other people have. But you just saw, and there was a great video somebody on Twitter clipped. I don't remember who it was. But I think Rodgers had scored a touchdown late in the game. It was either at Carolina or it was somewhere on the road. And somebody took a shot with a shoulder at him in the end zone. And there was no blinking. Every player sprinted into that end zone, not to celebrate with Rodgers, to get after the guy that hit Rodgers. And it got a little contentious. And I do think we need a little bit more of that. Because we all saw what happened when our quarterback got hit late and some
Austin
things.
Booker, yep.
There needs to be a mentality of that blank ain't happening no more. And that's why I was, obviously I love James Campen, so there's a bias there, but that ain't gonna happen. And I would bet in Pittsburgh, I don't care who the quarterback is, if it's Rodgers, if it's Will Howard, if it's somebody new, you best believe that will be a part of whatever process Campy and his staff put together.
Steno did not like us. Bill Huber and I both asked multiple questions on that, and it's the only time I've seen Steno get really irritated with us in all the time I've covered him and known him. But I think it's because it kind of hit close to home. Because I'll tell you this.
That's exactly.
And you obviously know Steno well. Steno's wired that
as
way
a player,
too. Yeah.
Steno, I just remember him at Michigan, and Steno is a hard-nosed cat.
Yeah.
You give up. I can understand why that would strike a nerve with him.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because I think he was bothered, not by our questions,
and I would bet that,
but by the behavior.
I would bet that he had conversations after. I would bet that clicker was rewound about 40 times, saying, we're going to let this happen? This is really?
Yep.
You won't say it because and I get it, but I guarantee you that was something that was brought to everyone's attention in a very noticeable way.
Yep. I'm glad we're on the same page with that. Are we on the same page with trivia? Please tell me that as much as I want to punish Alex Strofe for his, let's call it what it was, terrible initial effort on trivia.
That was lazy. It was Chat GPT'd. Almost guaranteed.
Chat Alex Strofe. Jesse, you did not have him do it again, right?
I texted him this morning. I said, so, about that trivia.
Yeah, it sucked.
And, I texted him an entire separate thing yesterday about addressing that, which was fully reenacted on Kyle Brust and Nortman yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Kyle Wallace didn't want to be in the group chat, and so he had ChatGPT summarize what was happening in the group chat, which actually was longer than if he would have just read the group chat.
Oh, nice.
So it was a very elaborate thing that happened yesterday.
Well, did Strofe take responsibility, or did he pass the buck to everybody else?
No,
did he blame Levi and Plover?
Strofe's response was, well, you didn't give me much heads up to make the questions. I only had 2 hours to do it.
2 hours?
Which I said, for someone who claims to be Mr. Stevens' point, I would think 2 hours is ample time to come up with three simple trivia questions.
Yes. Weak.
So we are running it back today without Alex Strofe. What could have been yesterday's trivia. Stevens Point, Wisconsin geography. Part 2, the way it should be done, is today's trivia category.
What was the winning margin last night of your WIAC game?
It was a 19-point victory for the Pointers on the home floor. Bennett Court, named after Dick and Jack Bennett.
Love it. Indeed. All right. Well, that's clearly not one of the questions.
Do they have a dog as the mascot? Like a legit dog?
A pointer.
A mascot?
Yeah, a pointer dog.
I did not see a live dog in the arena, if that was what your question was.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because I've pheasant hunted with pointers, and they're fantastic hunting dogs. Fantastic. They point.
Maybe they can.
No.
Maybe they can help find Jesse's mouse.
Be helpful.
Caller 19. Caller 19.
Sounds like the SID and point can help him with that.
Caller 19.
I'm starting with Levi. He's suspect number one.
The guy sets you up to come up and do a game, and you accuse him or her of stealing your mouse.
Could have been any student helping. It could be my fault. I don't think it is.
Do you think anyone actually stole your mouse? Maybe it's in the lost and found.
No, I think someone accidentally took the mouse thinking it belonged to, like, equipment that was out on the table or something.
You either know you brought a mouse to the party or you didn't.
I brought a mouse. Yes, I brought a mouse.
I don't know. Is that my mouse or your mouse?
I shoved everything in, and I don't have a mouse today. So it got shoved somewhere else.
I smell
and
a
it's
rat.
my special.
I think it might be around Levi's keychain.
It's my.
Today when he takes a picture, he's gonna have a little.
Collecting. I
love it.
My special mouse that is nice and quiet, so it doesn't bother those around me. Mostly Becca.
We're going to look back on this while you guys...
Becca just lives... Like, do you think she's just annoyed with you at pretty much everything you do?
Yeah,
it's her default setting.
There's a lot of annoyance.
Can you blame her?
Watching TV, reading a book, breathing. Like, it just seems like there's a lot of things that bother in that regard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caller 19 for trivia. Caller 19, 844-770-3776. Caller 19 will play trivia after Tausch tells us about Annex Wealth Management, for whom he did a fantastic webinar with Dr. Brian Jacobson.
Dr. Jacobson, and I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of fun getting to know the great team over at Annex. And you know what, everybody, I don't want to be dealing with salespeople. People just trying to find a way to make a buck. Well, if you don't want the sales pitch and you just want to figure out, what do I need to do? How much money do I need to have saved? Am I overinvested in the wrong part of the stock market? Why are silver prices? Why is all this stuff happening? And you want to get expert opinions and you want to get expert advice, Annex is the place to go. That's what makes Annex Wealth Management such a great partner. They're financial planning experts who will talk to you about your entire picture, give you advice, set up your plan, and this is the part I love. They don't have commission products that they're pushing on you so they can make a buck. Love that about their great team. If you're ready for straight talk and great planning, give Annex Wealth Management a call today.
And also call the SID at UW-Stevens Point and ask him if he stole your mouse.
I think we need to look at that picture with Levi again and see there might be some other suspects.
We'll have
like a clue?
like the player who's talking to his family in the background might have it.
Butler.
Yeah.
What's Butler doing? The Butler is Josiah Butler.
What's in that
Butler
yellow
did it.
bag? Did somebody steal the mouse and put it in that gift bag behind you?
It could be tucked under this coat in this lady's arms here. Yeah.
Well, this kid on the far left, he looks like he's got something in his hand, and it looks like he's hiding something, and he's staring at you to see if you saw something. Like, he looks a little suspicious.
Yeah.
Look at him.
We're going to play trivia next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Break down all the lines, the locks, and the long shots with a weekly wager.
Like, yes, we know you made it this far, but you lost the way we told you have to stop losing.
With Josh DiMaggio and Ben Brust.
You were a better team, you had a big lead, and then you did what we saw you do 3 weeks previous?
Tune in Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Hey, this is Jason Wilde from Wilde Tausch. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Racine Danish Kringles has you covered with their heart-shaped Kringle. You know my family loves Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles, and sometimes they share it with me. Racine Danish Kringles offers a heart-shaped Kringle with pink icing in raspberry, chocolate silk cherry, and pecan flavors to send to your loved one. Order at Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles, the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. Happy New Year. Hopefully you enjoyed the holidays and spent time relaxing. Now it's tax time. I know, it's not the most wonderful time of the year, wondering if you are getting a refund or money to the IRS or to the state, waiting for all the forms to come and wondering what is deductible. Control the situation instead of letting it control you. Let us help you understand all the new tax laws, how they affect you, and how to take advantage of them. Last year, we helped Janet and Norm go from owing $43,000 to getting a $500 refund. We can help you too. The first meeting is free. Call now, 414-325-2040, or visit nealgroup.net. You earned it. We help you keep it. That's 414-325-2040 or nealgroup.net.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only. And you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door, hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
All right, we need to get to trivia. Jesse, we don't have time for Levi to call in. We already had one YouTube call in with Garrett. Plus, we're running low on time. But let me state for the record. Jesse is blaming Levi for distracting him and causing him to lose his precious mouse that his wife gave him because he's annoying. But you're not alleging that he actually stole the mouse.
No, Levi didn't steal.
No, Levi's a kind soul.
And this is typical Jesse Nelson behavior. You failed to secure your mouse. Don't blame distracting people for wanting to take a picture with you. Don't blame the SID who set you up to call
Jesse
the game.
Acting like he's such a big star that he now could. Like, come on, Jesse.
I got to pose for all these photos.
I got to take
to
pictures
sign
and
autographs.
I mean,
I forgot. I love my mouse.
Brought the entire
Mr.
Comrex unit
Wyack
back
over here.
home. I brought my laptop home. I brought my game notes home. I feel like I wouldn't have probably left the mouse sitting there.
That's what
if it was
happens
still
when you
there.
forget stuff. Is you bring most of the stuff, but you forgot it. Oh, I brought all my stuff from the hotel, but I forgot my shaving kit. That's how that works when you leave something behind.
It's a theory.
Stop. We're done. Time for trivia.
Wilde Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs $10 deal meal gives you a 7.5-inch sub, bag of chips or regular fries, fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal is only available online or through the Cousins app. And Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance, and proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Time for trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs. Let's welcome in our contestant. He is Chad in Fitchburg. Chad, did you steal Jesse's mouse?
I did not.
Okay, good. Don't be careful, though. He may
Prove
blame
it.
you, even though you had nothing to do with it. Do you want Jesse Nelson's autograph?
Oh,
I do not.
Yeah, that's
okay. Good. We're on the same page there as well.
Rude.
All right, here we go. The trivia. Take 2 on Wisconsin geography, Stevens Point edition, with what would appear to be at least slightly more effort put into it than there was yesterday.
Take notes, Strofe. This is how you do it.
Question 1, Chad, is this. Sometimes referred to as a line of demarcation, which is misspelled in this question, to determine where up north begins. Which of these major highways spanning the length of the state passes through Stevens Point? Is it Highway 10, Highway 23, or the point of no return?
I'll go with Highway 23.
We are now 4 questions in on Stevens Point, and we've yet to get a correct answer.
Think we might have found a weak spot for our answer.
Did we confirm that question 3 yesterday was accurate or inaccurate with the point?
Oh, I'm trusting Tausch on the
midpoint.
The midpoint Pittsville thing. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we'll have to revisit whether there should be a
By the way,
an entry
Highway
awarded.
29 is the line of demarcation for up north compared
That's
to
what I was
not
going to
up north.
say.
I agree.
Highway 10, Auburndale, Blanker, Millador, all of the great Junction City, Rudolph, one of the great highways, got redone, and it is beautiful because there's the traffic, not a ton of traffic on Highway 10.
One of the great highways.
Well, it is really well done.
Whoever
did the highway.
For Whoa Nelly, I'd like you to come up with your power rankings of the top 5 great highways of Wisconsin. If you could start working on that.
I can do that. Yeah, I can
you
definitely
take
do that.
you write those down. Chad, question 2, and our opportunity to get our first correct answer in Stevens Point related trivia is this. Latitudinally, which of these cities is located south of Stevens Point? South of Stevens Point along I-39. Is it Knowlton, Endeavor, or Rosholt?
I'll go with Endeavor.
Yeah, I would agree. Right
We're
down
off
there
the
by
Schneid.
Portage. We're right over there by Portage.
I had no idea where that is. I know where Rosholt is. It's kind of by Wausau, right?
Wild Rose.
It's a little further up,
Wild
yeah.
Rose is over there.
Rosholt is a little northwest or northeast of Stevens Point.
Okay.
Endeavor kind of by Westfield. Good stopping point to use the bathroom and grab a bite to eat.
It's very close to Portage, too.
Chad, question 3, now that we're on a roll. In which Wisconsin county is the city of Stevens Point located?
Oh, I know this one.
Is it located in Waukesha, Adams, or Portage?
I'm going to go with Adams.
Well, we're right back to not getting questions right. So just, and I think I know this, Portage is not in Portage County. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
That is correct, yes.
But Stevens Point is in Portage County.
Yep.
And Monroe is not in Monroe County.
Is Dodge in Dodge County? Or is there a Dodge? Is there even a Dodge?
There is a Dodge. I don't think it's in Dodge County.
And also, just for clarification's sake, is since we managed to get through an entire trivia contest here without getting Plover mentioned after it was mentioned, I think, in all three questions yesterday. Is Plover in Portage County?
I don't know. I would assume because it's very close to
You would
Stevens
like to
Point.
think so,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, it is.
Well, it's been quite a week for trivia. Chad, you did get one right, which means you've got 2 entries into tomorrow's drawing. We wish you luck, and we appreciate your loyalty, buddy. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
I mean, it's probably only fair since we don't know much about Stevens Point. We should probably do it again tomorrow.
I don't think there's any
Jesse,
question.
how long did it take you to do that?
5 minutes.
I will do Stevens Point trivia tomorrow.
You don't want to give Strofe a chance to redeem himself? Because just after that, Jesse's questions were very good. Took him 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're out on Strofe.
I've only been to Stevens Point once, and it was yesterday. I didn't go to school there for 4 years. I don't claim to be Mr. Stevens Point by any means.
Yeah.
No, I'll do it.
Anybody else wondering if Strofe did all remote learning and actually wasn't on campus?
No, because he knew about Partners Pub.
Well, that's where he could have done the remote learning
real quick.
That's fair. He was sitting in their dining room the whole time,
playing skee ball and whatnot. Yeah.
All right, I will do tomorrow. Get ready, because it'll be day 3 of Stevens Point trivia.
It's a weak spot for us collectively as a group.
Be prepared. We will play that tomorrow. That'll be Wilde Tausch trivia. We need to get to Whoa Nelly. We'll do it next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing off the new year with another can't-miss tournament and 1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a 2-man scramble at the legendary Kapalua Plantation course, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and you must get your round in by January 31st. Your chance to take on Kapalua Plantation course starts today.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine & More, the official Milwaukee Bucks celebration partner.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-301-4422. That's 800-301-4422. Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
you're going to be happy, happy, happy.
And with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
or a better diamond
or a better price
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
if you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
We don't have much time, but we always have time for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde Tausch.
When's the right time to take down your Christmas tree? Like a fake tree, not a real tree. Those go out pretty quick.
January 15th.
So Jesse's 14 days late.
He's busy. He's up in point.
He is. He's busy.
Well, we got ours down on Tuesday night, but now that it's down, like the instant we took it down, we regretted it. And we thought, wow, we left it up really long. We were waiting until we did our little family Christmas this weekend to kind of keep it up to celebrate,
sure.
I guess. But
yeah. Keep Christmas in your heart all year round.
And then, okay, so but now it's cold out, it's dreary, and the room is just less lit because the Christmas tree is down. It just feels kind of like sad doldrums of winter time.
And your typing and clicking is much louder.
Yes, and it's much more noticeable when the tree isn't absorbing the sound when I'm not using my silent mouse. I think I'm becoming more of an advocate of leave the tree up through like Valentine's Day. Why not? It's basically it's a Christmas tree through, a few days after New Year's, and then it's basically just a glorified nice lamp for another month.
It's a good way to look at it. Start getting real trees and you won't feel that way.
Don't want to do that.
Why? Why would you want fake when you could have real?
Because you can light a candle for the smell. And what?
We should ask John Mayer.
Whoa, Nelly!
Sorry.
Well, judging by things, I think he's had a little bit of both.
He's got first-hand experience with both. Yes, indeed.
LeBron James teared up as the Cleveland Cavaliers played a tribute video to him in his return with the Los Angeles Lakers last night. Some speculating it's LeBron's final season and therefore his final game in Cleveland. Others think it may be a way to lure him back for a storybook ending for one last season in Cleveland next year. Tausch, your history commenting on LeBron is well documented. Do you want him to do one more season in Cleveland, or you think this is it? You want to see him hang it up after this year?
Yeah, I want him to play as long as he can, and he's still playing at a relatively high level. He also went on to discuss that he is battling father time, and I think the consistency in being able to do it night in, night out has been a lot tougher for him. But I'd love for him to finish up in Cleveland. I think that'd be a great career arc. He has been, for as much as he is, in my opinion, taken the easiest and least resisted path, which I don't think is good for the overall league. The dude has had one whale of a career, and he has every right to do what he thinks and where he can go. But this whole concept of him saying that he didn't have anything to do with Bronny coming to L.A., like, come on, man. Like, be real. Don't be inauthentic. Be real. And I think it would be a great story for him to go back. And Cleveland's good. So it'd be a good fit for everybody. They don't have to give anything up because he's a free agent. Yeah, I'm on board. I'd like to see it.
Jesse, since we're almost out of time, can I hijack Whoa Nelly?
Sure, all yours.
Whoa Nelly! How does this grab you for a trade package for Giannis from the ESPN Warriors beat writer Anthony Slater? I don't know if this is him or he actually has a source. He does have sources saying that they are firmly interested, the Warriors are, in Giannis. The package would potentially be all of their future first-round picks through 2032. Okay. I don't know how many that is, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That would be 7. I don't know if they have all of their picks. I don't know that. Plus, Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon, is it Pajemski? Is that how I say that?
Correct.
He's a Milwaukee guy, right?
Yeah, Wisconsin guy, yeah.
And all those picks plus matching salary. Are you in or are you out?
It's a start.
You're such a master negotiator.
No, I mean, it's a start. I don't think. How good are the picks going to be if you have Steph and Giannis and I don't even know who else they have on their team because Jimmy
Butler's out. Yeah, ACL too.
No, he'd be coming back to us, and then we could dump him from a salary standpoint. I don't know. That's going to be upper 20s for a chunk of it, and then maybe by 30, 31, 32, maybe those picks are better. I don't love it.
Okay.
I don't love it.
All right, just wanted to sneak that in before we run out of time.
They could be a part of the process.
Okay. Just wanted your take as our NBA insider. You don't love that package, but you love the pickler. I know.
Oh, I do.
Love the pickler.
Indeed, I do. The pickler, Menominee Falls, right off Appleton Avenue. An indoor pickleball spot, so all this weather and snow and ice and cold weather, wind. Now, this is built for everybody. Beginners, former athletes, anybody that just wants to get into pickleball. You're an expert at it. We have everything. We're offering free learn to play clinics every Monday and Saturday at noon. No experience, no gear. Stop in. They'll teach you everything you need. You're going to get a great workout. You're going to meet people. And you know what? You're going to find yourself a new community, which is awesome. We've even got a West Allis location coming up, opening soon as well. Plus, maybe you'll see Jason Wilde and his crew. He's got that great membership package over at the Pickler Green Bay. 1 year the place has been open already. 1 year anniversary up there. Stop into the Pickler Menominee Falls. Stop into the Pickler Green Bay, and you'll also be able to stop into the Pickler West Allis soon. Contact the club directly at pickler.com for more details. That's PICKLR.com.
We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Luke Vick.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
If I know that there's going to be bad weather rolling in, then I'm trying to take as many points as I can as quick as I can. If the weather was going to be what it was in the first half, in the second half, I get it. Plenty of opportunities to get back in this game. But that wasn't going to be the case. You had a blizzard coming in. So weather was a huge factor in the second half. If I know that's going to be the case, then take the damn field goal. Take the points. Mm-hmm. You got momentum, keep momentum. You got a backup quarterback. Play it a little more down the middle. The aggressive play that you needed to hit, you already got, which was the 50-yard completion with Marvin Mims in one-on-one coverage against Christian Gonzalez. It surprised everybody in the damn stadium, including Christian Gonzalez. I don't understand why Sean wasn't more conservative in kicking the field goal in that moment. It just didn't make any sense.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
From 30 for 30 Podcasts.
Brian Pata, senior defensive lineman from Miami, gunned down.
The key to this case, it's Brian.
An hour before he died, he was on the phone arguing with somebody.
This might be a hit.
You want the truth. They just want a conviction.
Being placed under arrest. We had a killer amongst us.
Murder at the U, coming soon.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Get ready for the ultimate freestyle experience. Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, presented by Spin Master. For the first time ever, Monster Jam trucks team up with freestyle motocross bikes to deliver gravity-defying skills and thrills. See one-of-a-kind FMX bikes designed to match your favorite iconic Monster Jam trucks. Cheer on your favorite team. 2 times the freestyle action, full sand family fun. Coming to Fiserv Forum this weekend. Brought to you by Big 80 Tires. Visit monsterjam.com.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
I know this will come as a surprise, but we ran out of time. And we still have not really talked about Mike McCarthy.
We'll have less
as the
sleep.
coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe tomorrow we'll find time. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build-your-own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of